By God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Sanctifex Forden right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
Welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. We haven't had an opportunity to save, by the way, amid all this stuff that's been happening.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor. But they need not share Forden's strength.
Forden didn't have any strength, so it's a good thing if they don't share his.
I have brought her here.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
This girl? She is your plan?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
See sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well, that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
And also, we'll make arrangements to ensure that after your queen, we will hold the real power.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
I mean, even they know how screwed they'd be if they let it go to Godot.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Luis, becomes proper queen and all gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
Yeah, I get the sense that if she does become queen, we'll just have a repeat of what happened with the previous king. They'll just be a puppet to the Sanctus Senate behind the scenes.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent.
This is all escalating too fast for my sakes is definitely an issue some people out of universe have with this arc, but I fully plan on talking about that after it's over.
If Luis and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake.
They're like, oh yeah, Iconia's gonna become a two-party system.
After all, Just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Luis versus Rella. Front-runner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone would see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what the king wanted when he did the whole election magic, but still.
His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty?
I mean, the royal family is not exactly around to enforce that, though.
I don't think it's a bad idea, though.
Do you not get how dangerous this is?
Ardell was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
You know, I suddenly just felt a huge void of like, oh, yeah, Dell's not around anymore.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder. The royal family's Clamar, and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of elden blood.
Yeah, we've never seen him with horns.
I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
Yeah, so the royal line was elder. That wouldn't have been great for the royal family if that went public, though.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
Yes, Will is willing.
I am the prince. Was that believable?
Even this doesn't get to you? Sometimes I worry about you.
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more. I pledge my sword to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Right then. Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince. My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
We had a dramatic close-up of him.
Can we talk?
What is Neurus planning? Yes. So they are gonna let you shop tonight. We also have another memorandum entry. Yeah, on Basilio. That's after he's awakened to his new power and on Fidelio. And, well, we found that out just then.
Indeed.
So, I do want to mention, and there's absolutely zero evidence of this ever being planned, but I once had this thought. I also don't like to be all like, oh, I'm gonna give my suggestions for what this game should have been, blah blah, because I actually really think that, like, Metaphor's story is almost perfect as it is. There's just one issue with this arc, but I will go into that, like, after it's over, because, yeah, I don't want to, you know, distract from the massive story stuff going on. But I once had an idea that what if the final party member was either Basilio or Fidelio, and depending on who you interacted with more, or even less potentially, during the Virga Island arc, one of them would die and the other one would join the party. But that would require them to essentially make two different versions of every story scene from now on. But I don't know, like, it's an interesting idea. It's something that you're really more likely to see in a game like Fire Emblem, though, where the individual party members are less fleshed out. Are we allowed to check the pantry now? We are. Are we allowed to cook now? Oh, not only are we allowed to cook, but we also get Basilio's recipes. Indestructible honey cake and adamantine honey cake. Now, you will need one of these for a side quest that's coming up. However, this is also that's a Tetrakan item, and that's a Makarakan item. The adamantine honey cake in particular is going to be useful for a certain boss later, but they both require Alterberry wheat flour, which we can't buy yet, even though we're in Alterberry. And yeah, this is why I wanted to save some Queen's honey jars, but we also need even more. Oh, it's not working anyway, but at least I got to show that off.
Done?
So hi, Basilio. So, important note, now's your first chance to save after all that. It has been almost exactly 2 hours since I last saved. So we can still go to all of the shops, including the magic one. We can't go to the Skybound Tavern and get that gold beetle though. Now, if you have Alonso at rank 7 by this point, I would very much recommend that you buy Utilitarian's manuals. I mean, I can sell my stuff from the Opera House and appraise some of the things that I got off those wolves. Oh, Magus' earring, not Magnus' earring, but that's still pretty solid of a magic boost. Magla fan, it's weaker than what she has. Oh, right, yeah, you'll see.
Alright then. Ready?
Also, I've forgotten to triangle Gallica for a while. So you can actually still roam the streets. And I do believe that some people have some interesting things to say in town. I'm not going to show much of it because we do need to focus on tomorrow. I guess the rock hasn't updated yet. Oh yeah, the King's Rock can't even. Yep, we've broken the election programming. That happens quite a lot in whenever the Australia does elections. Yeah, I've got a talk about that I plan to give later on. Can I actually still claim my magic from this? I wonder what Gallica's gonna say right now.
What?
Yeah. Yes, I wonder who they'll support now. Most likely gonna be Rilla. Yeah, this is interesting. Like, not everyone is entirely sad that Forden's gone. Oh yes, tomorrow there will certainly be a storm. Yeah, so, again, some people aren't mourning.
Oh, cripes.
I think that other conversation happens later in the story. But while you have access to the shops, I would recommend buying some Frostbite cures. Basically that big deal that I've made over Frostbite for the entire game, it's coming up now.
Good night.
Yeah. You. I mean... No. Hey, mate. So... Right. Huh. Then... Whatever.
Leave it to me.
Surprisingly, that's actually not your first rank up with Basilio.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Look, it's that boy candidate. The one who betrayed Luis or killed him or something.
So the music playing now is actually the normal Altabury Heights day theme.
Hold on! I thought it was Sanctifex Forden who got killed.
I suppose this is the first time we've been out and about in Altabury by day. Also, just look at the Loveless back there.
I think it's both, but hard to say what actually happened. Suppose it's true what they say about Elder. Disaster follows them like an ill wind. Couldn't get a read on what kind of reputation we had before, but it seems worse than I thought.
Once we stand for His Royal Highness the Prince, that will surely change. We have to believe that.
St. Rella is here. The rumors were true.
Thank you all for joining me, even in the midst of this turmoil. I am Rella Cygnus of the Crown Theocracy. The reason I ask that you all gather here today is so that I may formally announce my succession to His Eminence, the late Sanctifex Forden. I know not if I am worthy, but under the teachings of the noblesse, I am determined to become a worthy king, queen of this land.
The saint herself is to be our queen. Now we are safe. Glory to Sanctis.
She allowed to just jump in mid-race like that? Everyone seemed pretty annoyed when Luis did it.
The tournament's winner is not guaranteed the throne. Fairness was never really a factor. Whoever has the skill to exploit the standings will win.
Listen to that roar. I think I underestimated my sister's popularity.
Even from here, I can feel her aura of magic. I suppose that's to be expected if she's the land's best mage healer.
From the looks of it, she's perfectly situated to pick up where Forden left off.
I object! Rella, you have no true experience in the political world. And you would rise to Sanctifex Forden's heights. Be worshipped as he was. I refuse. I have been loyal to God and His Eminence Forden my whole life. I am the only one worthy of his legacy.
Master Godot, truly I do see the truth in your words. However, this is also the will of the Crown Theocracy.
Friends gathered here, do you really believe such a person is fit to be queen? Once the nation has dissolved into chaos, it will be too late. Appoint me as champion of Sanctism, and I will save you all.
Not sure about that. We know your name, but honestly, you don't have much in the way of real accomplishments.
The man has no charisma. If I had to choose, I'd rather follow St. Rella in all her glory.
And they say Sanctifex Forden killed the prince, too. If that's true, then I don't know if I'd trust his closest vassal with the throne.
Already that's starting to backfire on them.
Friends, I...
Is that Luis's Gauntlet Runner?
As usual, I find you all embroiled in pointless conflict.
What is your business here?
For the sake of those mired in your endless, fruitless squabbles, I have come to propose we give truth to this competition.
What truth?
The people's eyes have been opened. This entire tournament is a self-indulgent travesty of the Sanctis Church's making. First the king, and now you dogs of God. Why do you teach the people lies? You preach that true understanding is mutual and blind to the balance of power. Ignorant, willful or otherwise, to the sin and weakness that your lessons breed. Face the truth. Our world is lawless, and your efforts have done nothing to quell the chaos. It is time we were judged only by our abilities. Victory means nothing unless won by skill, and it is no less true for the throne.
Luis wants to activate the Path of Radiance parody skill.
Skill? What skill would you put on display?
I see no more reason to forbid the killing of candidates.
You would have the race decided by violence. And I suppose you believe yourself capable of personally reversing the king's magic? Impossible.
Oh, King! You have witnessed our trials, have you not? You have seen a divine relic used to defy your shield and claim lives! The lance rests in my hand. With its power, my victory is assured. But surely you would not see the race decided by such injustice. And neither would I. I will not give voice to the lie that this world is subject to any god's reign. Would you, O great king?
What is his aim? If he has the key to certain victory in his hands, why cast it aside?
Never takes what he doesn't win. That's Luis to the core. He means every word he says. When you're clawing up from the bottom and you hear him talk like that, you can't help but dream. And then you never realize. Only a madman claims lies and contradictions won't exist in their world.
Yeah, once again, just finally exploring those problems with the SMT Chaos alignment. That whole idea of, like, you know, no matter who you are, you can rise to the top. Like, that's how they get people. But, usually it's like the leaders of their faction are already the ones on top. They already have all the power. And actually, regular people just don't have the hope to challenge them. So in their world, they're just gonna be the ones on top. It's still just that hierarchy that they claim to detest so much.
Luis Burn. What manner of life has this man lived to make him such a creature?
Now that, Hulkenberg, that is the right question.
He says that, but with that lance, he could kill any candidate he pleases, couldn't he? He killed Sanctifex Forden, and now threatens Saint Rella. No! Your late majesty, please, speak!
Do not fear, my people. Even should Luis claim all the power he desires, I will not be so easily conquered. Even should our nation dissolve into anarchy, I will always stand to defend you.
Sister.
I expected little else of Forden's loyal pet. It seems there is more to the saint than vapid, empty benevolence. Come, O king! There can be no more doubt. The masses desire a truly fair battle. One waged without your shackles.
Be this thy course. Thou wouldst rule by strength alone.
He's talking!
Like when he first rose.
I killed Forden, yet has my standing fallen at all? Surely you would know. This petty race limps forward, while the land is further flooded with anxiety and monsters. You have left us an age of strife. You are powerless to stop it. And in your place, fool king, I will restore the balance and right this land's wrongs!
So be it. They who remain seeketh a clash without hindrance. Very well. Now and hereafter, my magic shall no longer protect thee. Face this as a trial renewed. If ye would be a true king, then I bid thee prevail.
You see that light just now?
I do like this a lot, because with us at this point in the standings, the game from here on would have been too easy if we'd been protected by the royal magic, plus they need ways for us to be able to fight Loveless, Rudolph, and Milo, as well as potentially any others, without using Dracodios. So it's about time for the King's magic to be retired as a plot device, and the way it's done makes sense, because if the king was essentially like, his hand was forced, if he didn't revoke the royal magic, then Luis could just kill everyone, now that he has the lance. So there's no way anybody could win besides him if he didn't do that.
The magla flow surrounding the candidates has disappeared. The protection of the magic is no more.
Then this lance of dragons is no more than an antique spear. Children lost in Sanctism's shadow, the fog of deception has finally cleared. There is no God. Think hard on your salvation, and whether you'll find it in prayer.
Why is Luis suddenly jumping to, that happened, so therefore I have proved that God doesn't exist? Like, that's a pretty big leap.
No. He would even deny us our prayer? It's true. His Majesty has broken the spell. If it has come to this.
Unless they were thinking that, like, the King Moon was the closest thing they had to a god, but, eh.
You know it was not I who laid the prince low. Which means that if you oppose me still, it is for the throne, and nothing more. I can finally face the real you. A near-death invalid has no place upon the throne. The mere suggestion is ludicrous. You do well to follow the king's example, and abandon the folly of your ideals.
To cast aside all we've fought for would accomplish nothing. We too strive for a vision. Luis, you will never take the throne. The rightful heir stands before you. Look upon our candidate and know his true claim. He is the legitimate son of his late Majesty King Hitlodius V, last heir to the throne of Uchronia. His Highness, the Prince himself, has risen to vanquish evil. For his people, he defies the pain and suffering of the curse he endured.
His Highness the Prince? What? That's a lie. His Highness? He has already passed.
His Highness the Prince? They're mad, the lot of them. That boy's an elder.
Indeed he is. 'Tis the very proof you seek. Anyone who truly knows His Highness himself will see what this means.
Indeed. There is no denying it.
Rella!
Sister?
I saw for myself when I personally treated His Highness. They'd warned me against revealing it to the public, but the time for discretion is past. His Highness the Prince has Elden blood coursing through his veins. His Majesty told me that the boy's birth mother was an elder woman.
The Prince was an elder?
Enough of this absurdity.
You! The Prince! A bold gambit, to reveal yourself before both Rella and I. Indeed, I have no retort. After all, he's been dead so long. Nobody could say otherwise. Fine then, so be it. This marks the true battle between those who would fight for the throne. Wouldn't you say, Your Highness? Face your unworthy ideals and come to terms. I shall await at the royal capital to meet the one left standing.
And, yeah, now we get Dracodios. It's a weapon for knights, not summoners. Only 3 people at the top.
Forden's legacy is rightfully mine. It won't be long before this conflict turns violent. Do you really think you have what it takes to fend off Luis?
You were head of the guards and you failed to protect Santifex Forden. You want to talk? Please step down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you think yourself my better, do you? If it's a contest of strength you want, we can settle that right here.
Already we've got candidate melee going.
My magic. Nothing's happening. What's going on?
Please, do not cause further distress to the devout. I ask once more, stand down.
Did you see that? Those were thorned vines. But that's... Sister.
Children of God, I know the burdens you bear. I see the fear and anxiety that weighs heavy upon you. But rest at ease, my beloved citizens. Sanctism is and shall ever be your fortress. Know that I will protect all of you. Pray with me now. Close your eye.
She's right. Saint Rella can even heal our country. As long as we believe in her, we shall know peace.
Saint Rella! Saint Rella! Closure.
Be careful. I sense Magla. There's something beyond rhetoric in her words. There's definitely magic there.
Sister! What have you done to everyone?
Looks like Rudolph isn't affected, at least.
I'm lifting their fears and anxieties. I can take yours too. With enough devotion, you can lock your anxieties away and they shall never trouble you again. Sanctifex Forden saw Sanctism as only a tool. A means to exploit the people, abuse his authority, and mask injustice as piety. And yet, even then, did this twisted form of Sanctism save no unfortunate souls? What makes salvation true? Luis claims that there is no God. That true equality is only earned in pitiless competition. Are the believers fools to fear his words?
Saint Rella.
I will save the people of this land in the truest sense. They shall live with no worries, no anxieties. Now and forevermore.
But through magic? You forced the fears out of their very hearts. 'Tis no salvation to strip them of free thought.
So, we already had Luis's SMT Chaos, and I guess you know what this means.
Perhaps not, but this country has bled them of it for too long. Besides, what makes you any more fit to speak of rightness? You claim he is the prince. The real prince is surely at death's door, isn't he? After all, your efforts did nothing to lift the curse. I've told you before. The prince's curse was crafted to perpetually draw upon the caster's magic. I know he suffers, because I yet live.
Wait. Surely you can't mean... No. You healed His Highness. It was only by virtue of your presence that he survived that night.
Oh, was I not clear enough? Allow me to clarify. On that night, it was my back that your blade carved across.
This isn't good. There's magic flooding this place.
Keen senses indeed, to be capable of seeing all this.
No! Why? Sister, you can't have! You were only 12 summers old then.
I was. And Luis was only a boy. All the better for any witnesses to suspect him of the crime. Yet I was interrupted in casting. What would have been a fatal curse became something unorthodox and incomplete. A spell with no formula. Even I could not dispel it. All you can do now is kill the caster. As heiress to the Sanctus Church's legacy, I will never hand over the royal scepter. Not to Luis, nor to you. Juna, I will await you amidst our dearest memories. Find me where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried. A place I'm sure you know well.
Isn't that a...
Halt! I will not let you escape. You've ruined everything. The church, my authority, everything. You will never leave this city alive. I am Guido, of the warrior monks, and in God's name, I condemn thee!
Oi! They're calling in the cavalry! We've got incoming runners, plural! We need to get out of here!
Norris, swiftly!
What did I know? Look at this cliff here!
What about the teleportation? That takes time we don't have!
We've got nowhere to go but up into the sky.
So we do. Then, that's what we'll do. We fly!
Wait, you're saying...
I finished preparations long ago. Time was something I had in surplus.
Then?
But if it fails, it's curtains for us. We all die here. You hear me?
I trust you.
We're dead if we don't move either way. I agree. This being's true.
Just take us up already. We've all flown before, right? Except me.
Eurus! Is this not your dream? Then bring it to life! Here and now!
I'll do it. I'll take you with me. Beyond the sky!
What the...
Not yet. Trust your technology near us. It's time.
Eurus is the GOAT, as usual.
After that drop, I thought we'd die even if we didn't crash. Now that we're past the worst of it, it's actually smoother than I thought.
A bit of faith, my dear.
You're telling me that tiny patch is the city? It's like a child's toy. Seeing it like this, it's easy to imagine the people as little dots, huddling together in fear.
Phew, that was terrifying. I'm just glad it flew okay. Don't you think?
Aren't you flying already? Why should you be worried?
What's that supposed to mean?
Ha! Don't go poking the bear fairy, my lad. Really, I'd never have done this without you giving me the push I needed. Thank you.
So, about our next move.
We must pursue Pursue Rella as soon as possible. His Highness is running out of time.
Hulkenberg's like, I'm dropping the honorifics around Rella because I no longer like her.
Where did she say she was going? Where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried?
My guess is the Mage Academy, or what remains of the place. Nobody goes near it now. I was a student there myself once.
Yeah, they brought it up in a significant capacity earlier in the story. You knew that it was going to be relevant later.
You don't say. No wonder you're so knowledgeable about magic.
For a dropout, I suppose.
The Royal Mage Academy, then. 'Twas known as the finest school in the kingdom for magic research.
Lady Juna, I've got to ask. What was St. Rella like back in your school days? The way she was acting earlier, all cold? That the real hair?
No! It can't be. I don't want it to be. Maybe I just never knew the real her. That was the first I've ever seen her like that myself.
It's the first we've seen her like that, too.
I keep thinking, if she'd just quietly taken over for Forden, we could have helped each other out. Even if she inherits the Sanctifex's authority, she's nothing like Forden. She'd never want to hurt anyone. That's not her. I thought she wasn't like that. Now she's saying she was part of this conspiracy? She attacked the prince? No, it doesn't make any sense.
And also, she's going full SMT lore.
Then we've got to get to her fast as we can. We know where she is, yeah? You just gotta tell her everything you just told us.
That would be prudent, yes. But Captain, a reef for your thoughts, lad. If she is truly the culprit, then the curse will persist so long as she lives. This means we will have to kill her. Are you up to the task?
Juna, would you prefer to stay behind?
I can't afford to. If at the last minute I can't face it, then you can leave me where I stand. I'm prepared enough for that.
Lady Juna.
What's the matter? It's plain to see something's bothering you.
Oh, no. It's nothing specific. It's just that... something's felt wrong somehow. Ever since I sensed the Saint's Magla. I'm sorry. It's hard to explain. Please pay me no mind.
Uh-oh. It's nothing, Das. But let's not dwell on that, because this music is incredible. I'm just gonna let this play out.
I see.
No way.
This song was used in one of the trailers, but I like to think of it as almost a secondary theme of this game. This is gonna be the theme music of the Gauntlet Runner from now on, while it's flying. And this song really just... It's almost like this game's equivalent of Memories of the City in Persona 3. It's the sign that we're officially in the end game now.
What now?
And on that note, we need to set up our party for the battle ahead. I'm so sorry, but Juna needs to be here. And Basilio just joined the party. Let's put him in the back row, though. So let's bring Basilio too. And for at least the start of this fight, I like to have Hulkenberg. This is quite a tough battle. In fact, this is the most infamous fight in the entire main story. So having a good healer might be incredibly useful here. You know what else is going to be incredibly useful here? Frostbite protection! Also, wow, I'm pretty sure Basilio and Fidelio must have made that when they were younger together. So I have both the Pocket Heater and the Venom Ward Charm to prevent Frostbite. One of them is going to Basilio. It hurts so much to see that everything Basilio has is just generic equipment, but this is the only, like, axe we have. However, I could give him the Berserk Gauntlets for Auto Tarakaja and also Strength plus 4. So archetype details. Wanton Destruction. Who enables that? Knight Healer or Commander? Okay, Hulkenberg is the one who enables that? That means she needs the Venom Ward Charm. Basically, I need to keep my, my Wanton Destruction chain going at all costs. The first phase of this fight effectively has no weaknesses. Also, this is the reason why I bought the Snow Brushing Fan earlier in the game, resisting ice damage. So now will take... Okay, with that I effectively have no weaknesses on Sniper. Do I really want Sniper though? Later on I will want fire damage, but Will doesn't really have any great physical access to that. I think I'm just going to go with my old Faithful for Sniper. However, obviously... we're gonna not have Knight's Proclamation inherited. I think I'll just go with Heat Up. Okay, yeah, I'll take Fiery Strike as well. Fire is gonna be useful in this fight, but later. So I'm gonna actually replace Hammer on Hulkenberg with Botra. And do I want Paladin or do I you know what? Hulkenberg has... You've seen her, she's dropped honorifics for Rella. Hulkenberg's not showing Rella any mercy anymore. She's gone more Dark Knight mode than Paladin right now. I think this is thematically fitting. Oh right, also Dracodios. Dracodios makes normal attacks or mighty affinity. It is also the strongest weapon that we have for Knight at the moment, so I will keep that equipped. I may actually take the Fire Mist Katana on you. I do need a better weapon than Kusanagi for warriors soon. Do I really want Soul Hacker's Mask though? Okay, Cleric Mask will give me an extra Summer Rakam user. All I really need for damage is Infernal Vortex. Although, you know what? Oh, this will give me access to Heat Riser and also a decent non-fire attacking spell, which is also going to be really good here. Oh, right, here's the thing. You don't want anybody weak to ice in this initial fight, and Yufa is gonna be. Do probably want to keep her in Summoner, though. After making battle preparations, save! We're not allowed to cook, though. And thankfully it's not Idol's Day, so we can't ruin this atmosphere by, you know.
Check the map. Let's aim for the Royal Academy ruins.
Fully voice-acted dialogue for the map. You know it's important when.
These are the Royal Academy ruins, huh? Rella's waiting for us there. Let's hurry.
This looks far,
This place here.
but we can actually get there in only one day.
Let's be off.
I say, already seen Preposterous on the map, but they really built this old academy as deep in the mountains as they could shove it.
Amazing. It's all so beautiful. But for some reason, I can't stop shaking.
It's what they call too sodden cold. Ugh, I wasn't made for chill like this.
Hence why I gave you the frostbite protection.
The wintry peaks of Montario are harsh. The first snowfall is bound to make it even harder to reach the base from our position.
Why build the blasted thing here of all places?
I don't know much about it myself, But I have heard rumors that there's a dragon among these mountains.
A dragon? You mean like our dragon god?
You saw how the dragon god turned into immaterial magla to be absorbed by the lamps, right? Dragons may look like monsters, but they're not true flesh and blood creatures. They're testaments to a lost world. That's why the Academy's here, I heard. To study them. But of course, that's all in the past now.
Why is Rella with the Sanctus Church, anyway? If they tore apart a place she held dear, you'd think she'd carry some kind of grudge against them.
Tis not unlike my own plight, I feel. One might call it a family curse.
My family, the Cygnus family, holds great esteem, to the Church especially. We've held high sanctified titles for generations, and as eldest child, Rella can't reject them.
How did all that obligation weigh on her? Was she so determined to uphold it that she'd kill at their command?
She wouldn't. We better hear it from her.
I feel it. I can sense an aura of Magla all the way from here. There's a strong disturbance like I've never felt before.
Gotta be here. Here we go. We're finally closing in.
The Royal Mage Academy ruins. The once proud school's dignity is long stripped by frigid wind, its frozen spires piercing the wintry clouds. The Gauntlet Runner lands at the foot of the mountains, blemishing the pristine snow with fresh tracks. In silent certainty, they know Rella awaits them, the weathered corpse of a scholar's home at her back.
So that's the former Mage Academy.
I've been waiting for you. Little more needs to be said. We are here to save His Highness. And to do that...
Sister! At least tell me, why did you have a hand in the assassination? Did I ever really know you?
How like you to be self-centered even now, Juna. In the end, you're no daughter of House Cygnus. You're an orphan. Another acquisition of House Cygnus, picked up on a whim. A tokenized game piece on their board to illustrate their noble contributions to society. You thought you and I were close. You believed you understood your big sister.
I see. I understand now, Rella. You're right. And I was wrong. I am Giovanni Cygnus, and my life is my own. So is my heart. I've always believed in you, and I'm not going to stop now. You would never kill someone just because Forden asked you to. Never!
What are you saying? Forden lies dead, yet the curse is unbroken. Is that not proof enough? Can you deny it, Your Highness?
You had your reasons, I assume?
I honestly can't see it either. Anyone aiming to kill a royal is risking their life for a cause. But what would a 12-year-old girl be willing to die for?
If Saint Rella's willing to die for something, no mistake, it'd be you, Lady Juna.
Huh? For me? Why?
Delusions.
Sister. What? You were protecting me. From what?
Even if that's all true, why did you bother summoning us here? The King's Rock marks you at second place. All the Sanctus faithful have put their trust in you, even after the death of the Santafex shook their hearts. Had you only gone into hiding to prepare for the battle against Luis, no one, not even us, would have been able to get to you. Yet...
You want to know why I've summoned you here? A question burns in me, and I will have my answer. Whoever defeats Luis will surely win the throne. But can you save those who remain of the Sanctist flock? The weak, whom Luis would see culled? This world already rejects many for their weakness. With nowhere to turn, they seek comfort in faith. If you would sacrifice them for freedom, you're no better than Luis.
I intend to look after them.
Well, words alone prove nothing. To be king is to wield strength, even to save the foolish and the abandoned. Whoever you really are, until I know you can be a true king, I refuse to die.
Such an aura. This must be...
Yes. Behold a divine relic, once wielded in war and then sealed in the Frostlands. A weapon of draconic command, just like the lance of your islands. Dragons are manifested avatars of mortal fear. Fear of nature, fear of the untamed. That is the source of their power. If you would be king, show me you can conquer it. Sogne, dragon god of the Ice Valley. Show me now the power that ended the ancient world. If you would make this a country where it is no sin to be weak or ignorant, you need strength to shape it. Let us prove that strength here.
Rella!
Then let's go. If you're gonna put your life on the line for this, then it's only right we do the same.
Come, Sogne of the Ice Valley. Come, O pillar of the 5 chromatic dragons, harbingers of earthly war. Heed my call, and unleash your fury once again before us!
Yeah, they are straight up making Dungeons and Dragons references now. I remember freaking out when I saw this.
We've got no choice. Let's fight back, everyone. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
So this is Sogne the Icebound. Now you see why I wanted all those anti-frostbite accessories. Sogne has a lot of abilities that inflict frostbite. It also has some very powerful buffs and debuffs. At the same time, Rella is going to be providing the support spells, but she's not actually targetable at this point. So, Sogne is weak to fire, as you'd expect. At least, for now, she's weak to fire.
Are you strong enough to protect the weak?
Actually, I'm not actually sure what gender Sogne is, but anyway. I'll say she because we're basically fighting Rella at this point. Like, Sogne's in basically just so that they can, do I have Mania Bullet? No, I don't. Okay. Sogne basically exists just so that they can justify having a boss fight against Rella when she's not like... I mean, to be fair, Rella's also a powerful magic user, but she's kind of a little frail, I guess. So, Basilio.
Here I go.
This is Basilio's debut battle. So, he already has Charge and Slam Strike right now, but I can also start with the Wanton Destruction to inflict that Strike weakness. You know what, I think first, I'm gonna go for Charge. Set that up, and now Hulkenberg, oh yeah, I can actually get some press turns in with that. I can get another press turn in with this.
Then I will test it. Sogne, show them strength.
Okay, so I do like how she has unique banter throughout the fight, but I think now's a good time to be using an Evil Eye Talisman.
This'll do it.
Even though it might not help me all that much. Okay, right, I have the charge up, but I think I actually just have to use a Corrosive Acid right now, because I don't want to attack and get rid of his charge. Okay, here we go. So... yeah, when Basilio says, so annoying, he's right. The buffs and debuffs are the real annoying factor in this fight. Also, there's Tail Swipe. So yeah, you want AoE healing as well.
It looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
By ailments, they actually mean debuffs. But, yeah, this is why I bought all of those well, it's not exactly why. But yeah, why you should buy Dakaja and Dakunda items while they sell them in Altaberry. They sell them in Altaberry for a very good reason. Also, yeah, elephant in the room, Quartz Wall means that now Sogne nulls all magical elements. And that is the exact reason why. Although, hang on, I think I will go for, do I want another? I think I actually do want another Evil Eye Talisman going up. Because now, okay, yeah, Basilio's next. So let's get Basilio in there and go for the Wanton Destruction with the charge boost. And bang! Okay, so she does do that, but at least that wasted one of her turns. Now, this is why. As that attack can inflict frostbite, so that's why I have the frostbite cures. Now, the real reason why, yeah, that's null right now, so let's not do that. I suppose I can Holy Knight Proclamation. The reason why I have the frostbite cures, is, the frostbite immune items I mean, is less to, it's actually less for, okay, I'm gonna actually pass you and go for another Wanton Destruction to combo into yourself. It's less for the actual effect of Frostbite and more for the secondary effect of Frostbite that is preventing synthesis. That is by far the most annoying aspect of getting frostbitten in this fight, because you really rely on synthesis skills to do good damage because Sogne effectively has no weaknesses. Thanks to that. Okay, yeah, so Will's been inflicted with Frostbite. And yeah, we're gonna have to Dakaja Dakunda a little bit here. So let's go, yeah, let's use one of those. Yeah, reset Talisman to get rid of those, otherwise you'll be in serious trouble. Yeah, you can probably see why this fight is brutal if you come unprepared. Will is gonna go Amnesty Talisman to get rid of the attack buff on Sogne, because you see how much damage that thing did. And now we continue the Wanton Destruction chain. I wonder if I should charge for the next one. If I charge for the next one will probably kill it. But I think right now, Hulkenberg needs to heal. Unfortunately, I'm leaving Will frostbitten. But I'm not using him for synthesis, so it's fine. Actually, I could cure him now. Not that it's really gonna make that much of a difference to cure him at this point, because he might just get frostbitten again. And there's another buff. Tail Swipe is preferable to the other things you can do. Okay, well, I can get rid of those with an Amnesty Talisman. So let's just, yeah, let's just Amnesty Talisman that.
Let's try this.
I don't think I actually discovered the Amnesty Talismans being sold in Altaberry on my first playthrough, which, they certainly help a lot in this fight. Though just like how Homo Margo got trapped in a loop of curing buffs, of, you know, removing debuffs and, removing our buffs, we're kind of getting into a little bit of a loop of that ourselves. And Quartz Wall is still in effect, so just be careful there. Well, Corrosive Acid just in case she somehow doesn't Rakukaja. Okay, still that. Oh, well, she Dakunded, but at least it's neutral now. And that's kind of stupid, but, our stats are of all hit rock bottom right now. However, thankfully, I have reset talismans. Though, granted, I am starting to run out of these. So yeah, inheriting Dakaja or Dakunda on yourself, I think it's actually my first playthrough. I may have even had that on Hulkenberg. So, I'm charged. I have Wanton Destruction, and it's weak to it. I feel like this should probably finish it. It did.
There truly is a gulf between us. You are more the warrior than I, as expected. So be it. What I lack in experience, I shall give with my life. Sister! Sogne, I give unto you all that I am!
She gave the last of her magic to the dragon? Why go that far? They're weak to fire. Let's heat this place.
So from now on, Sogne will be always weak to fire, so the whole Wanton Destruction spam strategy, not as necessary. And for that reason, so here's the thing. If I try to go to a Dragon God strat, I run the risk of that plan being ruined by, getting frostbitten. However, well, we can start by inflicting a bit of fire damage. And yeah, now, finally, you can use Infernal Vortex. And you know what? Okay, this is kind of annoying. See, if I could remove anyone from this party, I'd actually remove Will right now. But unfortunately, he can't be removed, so I'm gonna get rid of Hulkenberg. I really want to spam the Dragon God in your face.
Who should I beat
Okay. Basilio's kind of fulfilled his role, however, I am gonna continue to use him here, just because I feel like Basilio needs to be here, for reasons that haven't actually been revealed yet, but, okay. Well, there's Draconic Wrath. Yeah! So now it's, massively boosting its own attack stat. Okay, I'm glad that Will was the one who got frostbitten there. However, okay, so, hey, let's have a true Pokemon battle. Dragon versus Dragon, let's go. I mean, it's super effective because it's Dragon on Dragon. Granted, this is Dragon Ice type, which, I guess this is like Mega Dax Caliber before that was a thing. And, okay, so you can hit the weakness, I can Infernal Vortex you, and, okay. Oh, right, okay, so it has, and the Dragon God, okay, I planned that all along. I planned that all along. Yeah, Dragon God removes all buffs. I was wondering, like, why does it say that you're not buffed? Oh, right, Dragon God removes buffs. Actually, that's really cool. If I have a fire item, just lol random Fire Fang, just to give me a bunch of flashing press turns. I am charged right now. So, yeah, I no longer have other things. However, I do have this. Oh. And that's why Frostbite sucks in this fight. Okay. Okay, that wasn't... I was supposed to use, a cure for, a Frostbite for Will there. But I think, instead, I will just spam some fire, and you will just cure yourself. And I'll save Basilio's charge when I actually get to use Wild Boar. Now, yeah, you are gonna be, like, you know, without a decent healer, you are gonna be taking some decent damage from its attacks. However, okay, now I can use Wild Boar. Attack fell sharply, so yeah, so now it's down to -1. Probably would have been actually better to do that after I summon the Dragon God, because that would have put its attack down to -3. But still, can I actually finish it? Well, not now. Why does Juna always miss when I really need her to hit? Ice Claw Slash. Ow. Again, that's also Frostbite. And, oh, right. So I actually did make a bunch of AoE ailment cures. This is why, but I'm still a little inefficient to that now. So let's just do Curative Coney Rose to the party.
Thank you.
This is our Hulkenberg at home.
Stay insane in a fight? Not bloody likely.
I love that line so much. Such a good line. Well, let's just whack you. I also love the way he says Berserker. Okay. I think we should be almost finishing this. I kind of don't like Juna, Yutha being the one to end it. Because I kind of prefer Juna or Basilio, but it's down.
I am bested. I see now. The true strength of your will.
So, fairly tough boss that can inflict a lot of, like, it can buff itself heavily, it can debuff you heavily. If you don't have a way to cure those debuffs, this fight will spiral against you very, very quickly. And you're also kind of thrust into this fight without a lot of chance to really prepare that much.
Not bad at all.
Which is kind of problematic, so probably should keep a save from back in town when you're able to access the shops.
To the occasion. Even I had more to learn.
Does it seem that I've grown stronger?
Not bad, Captain.
And, yep, he's maxed out an archetype, even though he kind of did nothing in that fight.
Power swells forth.
Okay, Adamant Nightblade, not bad. Ah, yes, Basilio gets more skills. Great.